everybody, welcome. Today I want to show you what I'm doing to make a bracelet and a pair of earrings to go with our Kambaba Jasper Rose necklace. Um, I've already strung these beads, and what I wanted to do was make them so that they coordinated with this. Tell you what, that phone will drive you crazy, won't it? So what I did was I used one of the Z agate beads that we got in our box. I used the same crystals and the same English cut beads. I threw in a couple on each side of the little orange disc beads that we got in the box just to tie it into this. The reason I didn't use these beads was because I felt like they were a little bit big for what I was doing here, because our focal bead is not as large. So I didn't want something to fight with the focal bead, if you understand what I mean. And then I pulled out a toggle clasp from my stash, and all I have left to do is just to put the other side of the clasp on this. So first thing I'll do is pick up my crimp bead, put my wire guardian on, I want to caution you, if you're newer to beading, about getting your pieces too tight. See, if I get this really, really tight, it's hard to bend it. It doesn't, it's just, excuse me, you guys, I tell you, I've got my windows open, so, allergies are screaming. But anyway, you have to give it enough room to bend a little. So we have everything on here. Now what I'm going to do is thread back through my crimp bead and maybe another bead, and then pull this down snug. Not too tight, but snug. Okay, what I usually do is close my wire guardians a little bit. Seems to crimp better. And I want to be able to get my crimp bead cover in there, so I believe that'll be just right. Then I'm going to crimp. Turn it. And we have to close our crimps really good with these little crimp covers, because unfortunately I don't have all that much in bindings for this color. Gotta stock up a little bit, I guess, because I do like it. Okay, so we have that there. Let's put our cover on. Y'all know I hate these tiny little crimp covers. I like them a little bit bigger. But this is what I have. So we make it work. Get that on there. What's going on here? Why won't you go on? All right, let me tighten this down a little bit. Maybe that'll help. I really love these crimping pliers because the nose is really small, as you can see, and you can get into some really tight places with it. Plus it has all of these divots there that, for you can go really slow gradually with your pliers to close that little bead. Because, sometimes it's, oh gosh. All right, let's try it the other way. Sometimes that works. Well, it is just being so stubborn. I think I got it. Yeah, okay. So that's closed. Now, to put the bar on when using a toggle clasp, now, like on a chain, it's fine because the bar's got plenty of room to move. But if it's on a beaded piece like this, I usually put 2 jump rings on just to give that bar a little bit of room to get through the other side of the clasp. Okay, so close that good. Go to our second one and open it and put our bar on. Okay, so there's our bracelet, and now I want to show you what I decided to do. See, that helps. You can get that through. What I decided to do for the earrings. Okay, used this charm and one of the English cut beads because I thought that's enough. I mean, it doesn't match, but it goes. But with it being like this, you could wear it with so many different things. You don't have to wear it with this or with this. You can do whatever you want to. Now, here's the where the little adventure came in. But I wanted to show y'all this because I feel like, you know, you can always find a solution. If you don't have something that you need, you can pretty much substitute. So the only kind of pins I had were these head pins. So what I did was I took a long one, and I did a wrapped loop, grab it, kink it over, turn your pliers around, come up and over, turn them around again, and take that tail on around. What I did here was I opened it up a little bit and slid my charm right on. Close it back down and wrap. I'll be honest with y'all, I mean, jump rings are necessary, and at times you know, well, not at times, you almost always have to use jump rings. But anytime I can not use a jump ring, I don't. That's just my preference. I mean, because to me, you know, your jump ring is where your piece is the most vulnerable. It's where it's most likely to come apart if it ever does, or if you catch it on something. It's not hard to have a jump ring pop open on you. So if I don't have to, I don't use them. Okay, I'm gonna cut my excess off there. Make sure there's nothing sharp. Okay, got that. Now, I got this pin head up here. So what I'm going to do is just cut that off like that. Then I'm going to put my bead on. And I'm going to do another wrapped loop here. Okay, so just kink it. Put your round nose pliers there and bring it up and over. Turn your pliers, take it on around to the back, and then you can just roll it down a little bit if you want to. Then take your pliers and wrap. Here you just want to be as neat as you can. Lay that wire down side by side. There we go. And I'm going to cut the excess. Tuck down that little tail where I cut it. I take my ear wire and open it. Now, if you have ear wires that are not open, you may not be able to, you won't be able to do this. But mine are open, so I'm going to do it this way. And I got to make sure I get it turned in the right direction. And I don't, so I got to turn it around. There we go. Close this back up. And there we have our complete set. I know you didn't watch me put the bracelet together exactly, but you know the general idea from, why we did this. And I think the set turned out real cute. Um, you don't have to wear it together, but you certainly can because it does pull everything together. So, anyway, all right, you guys. Well, that's it for me on this one. I know it was really short, but it was enough. I did want to show you that little trick with the head pin so that you can make your own. You can make it work. All right, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Remember to take good care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.